Hey, and good day to you. This is Tye Hurricane here, coming to you today with an interview question and answer video. Just some questions that I figured would, would be good to be answered by me in regards to what I do as a musician in my life and about things in music. And this is going to serve as a document for myself and for others interested in what I do. And yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some good stuff in here. And so just stick around and watch, enjoy, and like the video if you do. And you'll get my perspective on a few things. And these are basically question and answer videos that are a question and answer segment here. Questions I think should be asked of me as a musician. So I've thought of the best ones. So this could serve well to any sort of music critic or fan who wants to know more about me. I'm going to answer it all here. Alright? So here we go. Question 1. Who is Tye Hurricane and what does he stand for? He's a Canadian hard rock and metal musician, songwriter, guitarist, lyricist, vocalist, and an amateur recording producer. I play keyboards and I arrange. I'm an arranger as well. I'm an artist whose style of music rests squarely between metal and grunge. I am influenced by all timeless and great music. You can go as far back as the rock and roll greats such as Buddy Holly, Hank Williams, and Johnny Cash, being examples of early rock and roll. Classic rock such as Rolling Stones, Aerosmith, and Neil Young. I'm also a great appreciator of music in general. I'm a fan of new movie soundtracks. Composers such as John Williams and Bill Conti come to mind. Rocky films, movie soundtracks. John Williams was famous for like Star Wars and Jaws, things like that. I also like classical music such as Rossini and Beethoven. Most anything. Classical puts me in a good mood and raises the frequency of how things are going, so I appreciate classical music. And I also like rap and country to a degree. I just have to find the good stuff, such as Public Enemy, Dwight Yoakam, Tupac, Biggie, Buck Owens, stuff like that. I like extreme music as well, some of it. For example, like bands like Death, Carcass, and Opeth. My music in specific has the most in common with like Nirvana, Carcass, not Carcass, Nirvana, Metallica, AC/DC, Alice in Chains, and John Lennon. I'm also a fan of the timeless punk rock that's come out years before, such as The Clash, Ramones, Dead Kennedys, Black Flag. I stand for music with style, substance, and integrity. My music is honest and sincere. It's poetic, insightful, can be melancholy, can be exciting, it's interesting and challenging music. At least that's what I hope to convey and put out there. That's what I'm trying to do. It's music that rocks hard and is intense. Music with undeniable passion and skill. That's me. Next question. What is your hope and goals that you're aiming and looking for as an artist with your music. I want to really live a rock and roll musician's life and lifestyle. Basic stuff. I want to get the real world proof and feedback that I'm making an impact on people's lives and that they are getting enriched by listening to me and being fans of my music. To become and be a true alternative to the mainstream schlop that is currently being peddled out there. And that my type, my brand of music achieves a substantial following and like in the thousands, for example. That it achieves an influence and a voice in the overall music landscape that we are currently living in. I want to do all the things a working musician typically does, playing shows, touring, meet and greets with fans, selling lots of records, as many as I can, meeting up with other notable artists and musicians on festivals and things like that. And at the end of the day, I want to earn a comfortable living where I can do away with any need for a day job and put all my energies and focus on my music where I think it belongs on my music career. That's where I feel it truly belongs, and that's what success would enable me to do much more of. Next is, what are your thoughts and opinions on the current state of music? Well, I see it as we're in a state of overall decline. That quality and substance in music is being overshadowed by image and gimmicks. There's a ton of inauthenticity out there today. Manufactured and so-called artists, such as Justin Timberlake, for example, and there are many out there, is someone in music that I can't take seriously. He came from manufactured bubblegum boy band pop to solo artist, and it does nothing for me. I can't get behind it, and I don't find it credible. Look, the majority of mainstream in the consciousness artists that are out there today are sold by the flashy and eye-catching videos that they make, by how they look and how the perceived extravagant life, and by the perceived extravagant lifestyles they lead. As a serious musician and music fan, whenever I listen, really listen to music, I strip all that stuff away. I focus solely on what I hear and what I feel through the music. I don't give a shit or a damn about sexy videos and exciting things happening on screen in the videos. I'm not interested in all that. Taylor Swift and Katy Perry, in my view, sell in the millions primarily because they are good-looking women and promote sensual, arousing visuals in their videos. Simply don't like their music and what they do. They are all essentially fashion models who use music as a vehicle to sell their image. They primarily don't write their own music for the most part, or they have corporate interests telling them what to write and who oversee and supervise them. And essentially clothing lines and perfume bottles are where many of them end up extending their influences to the masses. The real writers and supervisors of their music have just enough musical ability to write for these artists catchy little earworms. And if you're a superficial music fan, you will fall for the superficial music fluff of no true substance. And that is what they, at the corporate level, are hoping for. That you be stupid enough as a music fan to get excited for so little because of that first impression being so bouncy and catchy and visually striking. Music like mine is different. it instantly urges music fans to be more critical and discerning to what they expose themselves to musically. And because my music challenges and feeds the soul, it's not for the instant gratification, and it's not for the sorry or the sick impulses that mainstream music feeds. It's only out of dark curiosity will I want to see for myself what all the hubbub and hype is all about, and 99 times out of 100, it's the same old patented formula being fed to the music masses in modern pop music, so-called even rock music, extends there. This even applies to the critically praised music artists that are out there, such as Kelly Clarkson and Lady Gaga. They come to mind. They are critically talented in their abilities as performers, but that is still not nearly enough to sway me to becoming a true fan of what they do. If I lower myself and ever seek out a music video of one of their songs, I'll see it and hear it for just one time and then never look back at it again. It becomes dead and gone to me. The impression the shallow music leaves on me just isn't enough for me to take it seriously. It's also utterly forgettable, I find. Here's an example for you. Lady Gaga has a song called Judas. Now me, being a real fan of a real badass band known as Judas Priest, saw the title and decided to check out the Lady Gaga song for this reason. In the video, it has all these eye-grabbing and attention-seeking visuals, such as crosses, fire, synchronized dancing, and Lady Gaga herself looking all sexy and whatnot, sultry. The song itself has those catchy little earworms, and I can see that the overall picture and potential is that suckers are going to like this song and this video. I'm not a sucker. As for me, the impression satisfied my one-time curiosity, and that's as far as it's ever going to go. The music is ultimately too weak and not strong enough for me to become an actual fan and like buy one of her records, buy a concert ticket, things like that. Whereas you contrast that viewpoint of mine into a female woman artist that I do listen to and enjoy, such as Sheryl Crow, it's different. I'll get in a mood to hear her music and then throw on like a greatest hits collection or something, or watch a couple of her videos because I appreciate her talents and her songs and think she's a quality artist. And she's leagues above the artificial, manufactured, overly sensational gobbledygook. Me, I'm trying to reach that discerning and passionate fan of quality music. I want my music to be like for the fan an oasis in a desert, or like a shelter from the storm. There are indeed millions of these types of discerning music fans that are out there, but their numbers are significantly smaller than the artificial, quick grabbed fans. But then again, at some future point, a fan of shitty, terrible mainstream pop music may later down the line shift their interests to more serious styles of music, and that's where I want to meet and greet them. I'll be there with open arms and smile. What took you here? What took you so long? Next question in line is, what's the overall message about you and your music that you'd like to convey to people and fans? I like people to know that I come from dirt poor and humble beginnings, from being out of work and on welfare and around family members with drug and alcohol problems. So I have great insight and can relate well with people who are struggling and have struggled, and I'm no stranger to the dark side of life, as I've personally suffered hardships and had issues. It was only after suffering a period of homelessness, and after years of soul searching and working hard on getting better and on self-improvement through study, life experience and books, and YouTube videos as well, from the male self-improvement space, that I could finally get on with it and overcome my life issues. It took dedication, time, and effort to become what I am today, a moral and fine upstanding citizen with a positive outlook. So I have first-hand knowledge of living life as like a scumbag, an idiot, and a fool. And I've thankfully let all those past character flaws fall away from me, and I've turned it all around as a person and a young man. I think about the unified dualities of life, how two seemingly opposite phenomena or things can and do really coexist, how one is not complete without the other. I lived the majority of my life, for example, as malevolent. Now I am benevolent. I was dark, now I am light. I was weak, now I am strong. My independent solo music over the years is a chronicle of all of this and all of these things. And I am sure and positive that people and fans will relate and appreciate this about me. In closing and lastly, I think I'd like to send acknowledgement and love out into the world. That if I have wronged or hurt anybody personally close to me in the past, I hope these folks are over these past hurts and have healed from them and have moved on. I wouldn't want for anyone to hold on to these things for an unnecessary amount of time or for an unnecessary amount of years. I ultimately hope for the best for people and that they find love and happiness in their lives and can look back at me for both the good and more especially for the bad and more especially for the good. Because at any one given time, we are only working with the tools and the knowledge and the consciousness that we are given. And I was simply not as conscious then as I am now. As I've gotten older and I've gotten wiser. I implore everyone listening and watching to this to lessen and decrease your levels of jealousy and pettiness in your lives over what others perceivably have and perceivably are more fortunate than what you are and what you don't have, and take a look at the hard reality of things. And you probably yourself have a wealth and a huge number of things to really be thankful and grateful for. And we as people simply have to be reminded of this truth and to live accordingly in peace and in love and with love for all. You know, even the scumbags, as one day moving forward, you know, they may surprise you. I know this because I am living proof of such a thing. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your time. Cheers. Tye Hurricane out.